All you really need to know is that I am August Strindberg, who was a modern master, playwright, misogynist, alchemist, crazy man, actor, and in my version, he is me. Dear future, when you read this, it will become clear that the upper classes were dependent upon the lower classes and that gender was itself a class. The audience and not the actors were puppets, being moved to tears by a text that knew nothing of them. It will become clear that I was wronged by time, by bohemians who only count lint, by the saddle maker who arranged the thing to bruise me, by the doctors who exposed me and the prostitute who laughed, by my body, by my brothers, by my little dog and the critics and Ibsen and every idiot in the theater, by the politicians who had me for dinner, by debates held about my value. I was wronged because I had no vote. I loved my child. I loved my wife. I loved my family, even my father, Oscar. I cared about the theater and I treasured the actresses. I adored all of the cities, but most of all Stockholm. I ate flowers for breakfast until I was 9. I tutored wealthy children and they loved me. I could paint, I could be kind. I was at times the finest of beings. I was at times a perfect mirror of humankind. She speaks now, as if you could hear a woman's speech. Cricket song, heartbeat. I lay in the faithful bed that never knew anyone but you. I imagine myself with a great public. I turn out the light. I discover that this is also personal. I am touched by. I fear for my own mind, not for the seagull or the wild duck. I hit a rock and the wind is knocked out of me. I can't bear that poorhouse. I sleep with the small print in the white of the page. I am red meat. You and I are under fire. I learn the burning pain. I think I am going to die. I am, and I want to know why. I can't blame anyone. I was 18 before I crossed over to this bank. I want to fight in the open. I want to see how much I can bear. I look at you. I know you're good. I do believe. I swear it. If we trace his course, we can slow him down and say, beside him lies a maidservant, her bleeding tongue and needlework, the house so full of music tight. The curtains move, and then the lock must be broken. A man can lose everything and still have his mind, or else, how sorrowful, how sad a thing, to break apart and here, beneath the sunflowers, I feel the fountain water graze my cheeks, the balance of being here, starving in a beautiful place. His and her, my coffee pot and embroidery, in the arms of his, her, in she walks. We are two together, my teeth biting down the middle, chipping the river, chalking the roads, and that brave bastard writing the social contract as if clouds come to tea. Please, oh please, send me some money. Precious arrival. The child is the little soul that calls two people together because it wants to make parents of them. The atomic little one so hot in the mornings. Calm and threatening days washed out with celery kisses. Oh, my life shrinks around me. Oh, you who never hates me, and she, the lovely tourmaline, set deep in the rudder of our bedroom. Question. Here the madman falls silent and looks again at his listeners. What if, after all, the churches are the tombs and sepulchres of God? What if you discovered that your mystical explanations were not deep at all, but in fact the most superficial? What if it took until dark to recognize the twilight of your idols? Answer. I know that God lives. He makes a noise in me, like feathers, like leaves, like a long silence that makes me want to reach out to you. I must believe there is a soul, and it is the conch shell in which these noises rest. My soul is that part of me that wants to live, in spite of hunger, pain, or any monster in my cells. A flower heliotropes, and I turn to the blood that directs my cheeks to blush. I know God lives because I cry and feel despair. What am I doing here with all the tigers and the snowstorms? See me in the embryo, time still outside, heart that hovers in a glass chest, perfect alien knees, moths between soft walls of influence, no sex or language, cliff edge before daylight. I is a place. You can live here. Thank you.